All praise to the Most High. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. You heard what I said. It's very important that you understand what I just said. I said, let me say it again. Let me say it a little bit slower. All praise to the Most High. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear me. I ain't have my mic. I ain't have my mic up. I had it on the ground. Listen, when you properly prepare and you have patience, you are preparing to prosper. It's a lot of P's, I understand, but listen, for the men out there listening to this, write that down, send yourself a text message, and say that every day and remind yourself every day. Now, for the topic of this video, the tragic psychology of crash out boys, why men destroy their own lives. Now, all over the world, all over the United States, all over the country, all over the world, like I said in the first place, you have men crashing out. What is crashing out? Crashing out is getting emotional and taking actions, negative actions, out of your emotionalness. Now, I don't know if emotionalness is a word, but it's a word today because I said it. Since I said it, it's a word now. It's my word, emotionalness. When men take action out of their emotionalness, negative action, they crash out and they ruin their lives. Now, like I was saying before, you hear the word crash out all over the place. You hear the crash out boys with Adrian Broner and Dina Gray. What are they promoting? This is a question I'm asking you. What are they promoting? You know what they're promoting. I don't have to say it. You should already know. So what you have to understand is, and I made a video about this a long time ago, about 2 years ago. That's not really a long time ago, but 2-3 years ago, I made a video about this. There was this kid, maybe he was a teenager. He might have been 18 or something, but he worked at Checkers. You know Checkers with the burgers, with the checkerboard floor or the checkerboard building. Well, this man worked at Checkers and somebody came through the drive-thru. Now listen, keep this in mind. He's working his 9 to 5 job. He's making his bread. He's making his cheddar. He's making his guacamole. He's making his lettuce. He's making the green. He's making the dough. He's making the butter. He's making the chicken. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? He's at work. A customer pulls up to the drive-thru. A customer pulls up in the drive-thru. The customer said something to him. He got upset, like, you got my order wrong. I don't know what y'all doing with this service. You got my order wrong. I don't like this. And he started snapping on the employee that was working in the drive-thru of Checkers. And what happened? The man in Checkers, the employee, crashed out. He got emotional. And he unalived the person that was arguing with him in the drive-thru. So men need to understand this, especially young men, especially the men that watch all these streamers. When you watch streamers, don't try to be them. Don't try to be them. Be you. Don't try to be a clone. A lot of these streamers make these young men want to be clones of them and think they're living the great life. And they want to be clones and they want to crash out and they want to be part of Crash Out Boys. That's not the type of attitude. That's not the type of mind or mindset that you want to have. So because of that, employee got emotional, he got angry, and he crashed out and unalived the person. Now what happens? He no longer has a job. He no longer can pay his bills. He no longer can pay his cell phone bill. He no longer can eat food. He no longer can provide for his family. And now he's in a green jumpsuit. So men have to understand, you don't want to be in a green jumpsuit. That's not cool. Crashing out is not cool. When you crash out, all you're saying is that you're emotional and that you don't have self-control and you don't have discipline and you don't have patience. And anytime somebody says something to you, you snap. You go off the edge. Don't go off the edge. Have self-control, have discipline over your mind. So this is what you got to understand. Everybody has emotions. That is because we are human. But as a man, you don't want to get emotional and start taking actions off of your emotions. Listen, you don't want to get emotional and start taking actions off of your emotions. This is one of the biggest downfall of men around the world. What's one of the biggest reasons that men crash out? What's one of the biggest reasons other than acting off of their emotions? Men crash out over women. You hear me? Men crash out over women and they ruin their lives for some cat. Stop the cap. Like B-Lou said, stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. They ruin their whole lives over some cat. And they also ruin their lives over money. And they also ruin their lives over being emotional. So as a man, you don't want to be emotional. You don't want to take action based out of emotion. When you do that, you are destroying yourself. As a man, it's very important that we have self-control and we have discipline. The Most High God created us to have self-control, discipline, patience. You don't have to always be in a rush with everything. Slow down. You're going to get there if you keep going and you don't stop. When you stay consistent, you have patience, you're going to get there. This is a message that men all around the world need to hear, especially younger men, age 20 and down, especially younger men. Because in this day and age, with the streamers and things pushing and promoting propaganda, pushing agendas like they've been doing, and we've been talking about this for years. Literally for years, we've been talking about this. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about you as a man. It's not cool to crash out. It's not smart to crash out. You don't want to be a part of the crash out boys. You don't want to be a clone of Adrian Broner. You don't want to be a clone of Dana Great. You don't want to be a clone of none of these men. Let them be them and you be you. Let them be them and you be you. Let them do them and you do you. You hear me? You feel what I'm saying? Say that then. This is an important video. So many men are crashing out. Another reason men are crashing out is simply because they're lazy. Crashing out because they're lazy. If you wasn't lazy, you wouldn't have the energy to crash out. Think about this. If you're lazy, you got the energy to crash out and the energy to do things that are not beneficial to you. But if you was actually being productive and you was working towards something, if you were working on yourself, if you were asking yourself questions, if you were talking to yourself, if you were creating content, if you're working out, if you're doing push-ups, if you're writing books, if you're writing poetry, if you're doing something like that, if you got 2 jobs, if you got 3 jobs, you ain't got time to crash out. You ain't got time to crash out over a woman. You ain't got time to crash out because someone said your haircut is too far back. You don't have time to crash out because someone don't like your shoes. You don't have time to crash out for anything. Your life is valuable. Your time is valuable. Your life is valuable. Your time is valuable. This is important live. This is not a live. I'm live when I'm talking right now, but this is not a live. This is a video. You have to focus. As a man, you have to focus. 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 Just focus. Build self-control and discipline. Don't crash out. Crashing out ain't cool. You're not cool if you crash out. You're cool if you don't crash out. As a man, you're cool when you don't crash out. Listen to me, all the people listening. You're cool when you don't crash out. You need self-control and you need discipline. So worry about you. Stop trying to be a clone. Stop trying to be famous. Do you know what these famous people be doing? And I don't really think of them as famous people, but just for y'all to understand, you know, I'm speaking so y'all can understand. Famous people are just regular people with money. And the money that they get is to push agendas, to destroy the minds of men young men, period, all over the world. That's why they're there. That's what they're here for, to destroy your mind with the agendas that they push. To program your mind, shall I say, with the agendas that they push. Focus. Focus on you. Worry about you. Worry about your business. Mind your own business. That's all you got to do. Lock in, stay focused, go hard. Take advantage of your time. Take advantage of your life. You only get 24 hours in a day. You got to take advantage. If you laying around being lazy, you need to get up on your feet and do something. Be productive. Do something that's going to better your life. Do something that's going to make you better. Do something that's going to make you elevate. Do something that's going to make you rise. Do something that's going to make you prosper. Do something that's going to make you progress. Do something that's going to make you keep going. You hear me? Do you hear me? Do y'all hear me out here? The tragic psychology of crash out boys, why men destroy their own lives. It all comes down to lack of self-control, lack of discipline. Those are the main two things: lack of self-control, lack of discipline. Somebody can say anything to you, but if they don't put their hands on you, you don't need to crash out. You're going to destroy what you got going on because of what somebody else said. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. God cares. And that's all you need to know. And when you know that, it's for show, and it's a flow, and it's a go, and you're going to grow, and you're going to rise, and you're going to stay at a steady flow. You feel me? Peace and blessings in abundance.